Hi everyone, thank you so much for joining me again. In this video, I just want to show you two cool companies that I found, one South African and one outside of South Africa. And I think this could be a game changer for RDP housing and printing really beautiful houses for our people in South Africa. The first company is Monumental Labs. Like, I don't know, like this is probably the coolest thing I've seen this week. If you have a look at the website, if you go to Monumental Labs, this is the website, monumentallabs.co, you land through this particular website. And then if you want to look at their work, let's have a look at their work. So in essence, what they do, they 3D print, or they use very big machinery using AI to print specific sculptures. Kind of like it kind of uses water and it blows water to kind of shape these different sculptures. And they're using stone. They take a piece of stone, one brick, and kind of shape it into this particular structure. And if you have a look here, there's really complex things. These would normally be seen in like those old school, King Alexandra, what kind of movies, Gladiator. These are the kind of sculptures that used to be done by the Michelangelos of the time. But now it can be done by a machine, and you can literally feed it whatever you want to feed it, and it designs this. But then the question is, what happens to sculptors, people who do this kind of work? It's a different conversation, and I always say that people that use AI are the ones that are going to take the jobs, not necessarily AI. So here's where my thoughts come in. If you look at these sort of designs, I just want to get a video maybe first to kind of show you how it works. How can I get a video here? Let me see. Let's go to architecture. Is there a video? Is there a video? Is there a video? Perhaps. Let me go to the homepage. See if we can find a video. Oh, there's a video. Oh, look at that. Ooh. Let me see if I can find the actual video on the website. You can just look at the code. If you know how to read these things, you can. Oh, there it is there. There is Monument. So let's see. If I just copy this address, see if we can put it in a page. Ah, there it is. Wow, check that out. So what it's actually doing, it's kind of shaping this piece of, and I think if it can create such complex things, surely it can create this from an actual stone for a house. So for an example, if you look at this, I just want to go back here. It's playing in loop mode. Let me go back to this. If you have a look here, is it here? Yeah, so this one piece of stone can be turned into now this. Now think about it. If you had this one piece of stone, I'm assuming this is very difficult to carry, but it's one piece of stone. And the advantage here, it's literally something that can be cut off a rock somewhere and shaped into this sort of block. But here's where my conversation is. My conversation is not on sculpting, but it's more on how intricate it can make the design to look. So think of like if you had a shape of a house, and then the outside laying of that house can then have this beautifully designed structure. Imagine if you can carve or design different styles of cultural patterns and then paint them and get people to paint over it, and then you design this house. Here's where it kind of connects with what the video is about. If you look at here, there's a company called Taito 3D. I think they're based off the university, Wits University, here in Johannesburg, South Africa. This is where I stay. Now, if you look at these images, look at that. This is a structure of a building. I'm just gonna kind of zoom in. This is a structure of a building, and this thing is printing and basically pumping out concrete onto these layers, and it's so precise because it's fed through the machinery, and it kind of does work like this. Now think about it. You've got these informal settlements here. Imagine if these could look like these. And I remember one other company that I researched that does something similar in Germany that 3D prints houses, and they were giving a kind of a time for about 72 hours to do this. Now you can almost imagine if people in SA, our people, my people, had houses like that. It looks beautiful, but then at the outside you then have this sculpting around it from Monumental Labs kind of technology. That would be dope. So those are two companies I wanted to show because I felt like this is cool AI a combination of engineering and AI to kind of pull worlds together. It's not a new technology in the sense of it came out this week, but I kind of thought about it and I was like, okay, you could do this in something that is applicable to our country. You know what I mean? So the question then becomes, who then gets fired and who gets hired? My thinking is that, think about the person that is actually designing the machine. I'm a believer that the more valuable a skill is, the more scarce or scarce the skill is. Or maybe the more scarce the skill is, the more valuable it is. I mean to say that. And anywhere where you go throughout this life, if a person does something that no one else can do or can combine, that person gains value because everybody wants them and wants to kind of use them for what they do. Now imagine if you could take your knowledge as a builder and then reapply the thinking to knowing how to tweak, program some sort of computer software or computer engineering machine, which yes would need you to know how to build those machines rather. But if you collaborated with someone who's an engineer, who's an industrial engineer, you could do something like that. And I choose to see that way as opposed to saying, yeah, these machines are going to come and they're going to take away the work. Because whether we say they're going to take away the work or not doesn't make people not to use them. Because any technology that comes in, just like electric cars, firstly, when it comes in, it's still expensive. Being able to buy it is very, very, very expensive. But over time, things start becoming cheaper. Think of when solar panels came into the country. When they came in, they were very expensive. Only people who are well off could afford them. But right now, you can go as far as China Mall in Fortsburg, which is an area just near where I stay at Johannesburg. And you can find a solar panel. You can even find now little solar panels that are like little flashlights for outside so that your room is, your walkway is not dark. And I am saying that, see it as, hey, who are the people that are developing this? What do they call those people? And what kind of careers do they do? What kind of skill sets do they have? Because most of the time, it's not skill sets that are currently a curriculum at a varsity where you graduate in. It's when you do what I would call idea stacking or skill stack, where you pile up a couple of skills and then you're building this one unique person that you are, that is able to solve these kind of problems. And what it will help you do as well, you'll be able to understand how to solve problems, because the nature of these industries as they collaborate is them teaching you how to solve problems. So let me know, what do you think? Do you think this could solve our RDP issue? I'll see you on the next one. Bye.